The field season begins with the onset of spring, when the coast wakes from its hibernation and new life emerges everywhere. It was decided that the research would be non-invasive. Instead of using radio collars to track the wolves, the research team would collect hair and scat samples. In this way, they would not need to disrupt the lives of the study animals.
Here we have clumps of their underfur that they molt off starting in about May.
The coast is laced with networks of trails the wolves use to patrol their territory. Fortunately for the researchers, the wolves tend to drop their scats right on the trail, and these little bundles are a treasure house of information. By analyzing the scats, the team was able to get a glimpse into the everyday life of the coastal wolf. Remnants of many of the species that they saw while hiking along the wolf trails were also found in the droppings of the wolves. It has long been believed that grizzlies were the top predator of the rainforest, but it turns out that it may actually be the wolf. The grizzly bear hibernates and stays near the river valleys on the mainland, but sign of the wolf was found almost everywhere. From the alpine ridges of the deepest inlets to the wind-swept beaches of the outer islands. We are just beginning to understand the vital role wolves play in maintaining the balance of an ecosystem. Wolves target the sick and the weak animals. This allows the healthiest and the best equipped animals to survive and reproduce. In the end, predators actually help to keep their prey strong and adaptable. The wolf's neighbor in the ocean, the orca, the wolf of the sea, reflects this same predator-prey dynamic. These two top predators live parallel existences, within sight of each other. They both hunt in packs. They both live within a tightly bonded family, and they both are very vocal. Even the kelp forests of the underwater world mirror the nearby forests on land. As time passed and the research progressed, the team began to notice certain patterns in the movements of the wolves. One was a correlation between wolf home sites and old native villages. Occasionally, a den would be located right where a longhouse had stood hundreds of years before. Perhaps the wolves chose these spots for the same reason the Celtic ancestors did. Often these sites were in protected bays with a salmon stream nearby. On the beach, evidence still remained of the fish traps used by the ancient people. Remnants of stone walls built to trap fish on the falling tide surrounded the river mouth. The wolves now use these ancient fish traps to catch salmon themselves. The relationship between the first people and wolves has a long history on the coast. First Nation societies were typically divided into clans: the Eagle, the raven, the killer whale, and the wolf. Chester was closely related to the wolf clan. For thousands of years, his ancestors had lived alongside the wolf. Much was to be learned from watching wolves. A wolf pack lives for its young. The entire pack works together to raise the pups. Certain individuals take on certain roles. The strongest wolves hunt for the rest of the pack. The dependents, the pups, the mother, and the elderly wolves wait back at the home site. If a wolf becomes crippled and can no longer hunt, he or she may take on another duty, often the role of the babysitter. The education of the pups is an important part of daily life. There is much for the pups to learn about their territory, but a wolf learns the most by playing. As pups, wolves develop valuable skills by exploring and testing each other. They learn how to stalk and to be agile and what their place is within the pack. Play takes up most of their youth, and a wolf never outgrows his playful spirit. The biological purpose of this social interaction is not yet fully understood. Why would a full-grown animal spend so much valuable, hard-earned energy on playing?